Africanish. Yay, looking good. I already started recording.
You're reminding me that birthday thingy whereby you're 32. No.
Hello guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is, as you can see, there's someone new on the channel, a very important guest at that. So I don't know, should I introduce you? You're going to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, I'll introduce myself.
Okay, cool.
So my name is Myra Lugwiri and I am her housemate, schoolmate, housemate, and yeah, she's stuck with me.
Today we're going to be talking about something really important. As you can already tell from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about our house where we're currently living, what we expected versus reality. You might be wondering why I had to bring Myra on the channel so we can talk about this. It's because Myra is like the bluntest. Do you say bluntest? Is bluntest English? I don't know. Whatever.
We have created the word.
Yeah, if at all, it's not in the dictionary. So she's the bluntest housemate we have, and we do appreciate that about her because she's always honest. Like, she doesn't sugarcoat things. And so I thought Maria is definitely the right person to bring on the channel so we talk about this house. We're just going to get right into the video. I'm going to be asking her some questions and we're just going to discuss them casually. So Myra, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. So the first question we're going to talk about is, what do you like about it? I just want us to first of all start by talking about like the good things about the house. It shouldn't look like we're just like here to bash the house. At least I think yes, I'm good. Anyways, so Myra, what do you like about the house? Let's start with that.
Okay. What I like about the house is one of the first things is it's secluded. We have neighbors, but it just feels like it's our own tiny little place. And then the front yard, like this place. I like plants. Like I like, because when we have plants, it means like the air is very conducive. So I like plants, and then it's very aesthetic, so it's pretty amazing. And then it's spacious. I like a very spacious place. We can all be in the kitchen. One person seated on the table, another person cooking, another person washing dishes, all of us 5 people in the kitchen. And that's very important because with a lot of schoolwork, it's not easy to get time to all meet in one place and socialize. So the only place you constantly gravitate towards it's the kitchen, because food.
I think the very first thing that caught my eye when I came here was the environment, the greenery around the yard, and also when you go behind the house, there's this very amazing view. I think there's a forest just that way, right? Yeah, and it's so nice, and you also get to see the sunset. So this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, but take a look at that sunset. Let me go closer. So, oops, and that's what I was talking about. That's the forest down. Is that a forest? Can we call that a forest?
It's a small thicket.
It's trees put together. We do admire those things. That's the first for me. And you mentioned spacious. I hadn't thought about that before, but then indeed the house is spacious. Now we're going to be talking about the other side of things. Okay, so what is it that you didn't expect? Yeah, and maybe alongside with this question, you can also talk about what is it you didn't like. Yeah.
So, okay, what I didn't expect would have been, the house was really, really dirty, in the sense that, there's that normal where we have dust, you have to clean dust and all that. But no, this was just dirty. Like, you would look at the toilet and you're like, my God, who's gonna clean that? There's that. And then the other thing I disliked was the fact that, I think this will also fall on the category of like what I should have known to ask, is I didn't know that the water system, since you see a pump and a tank, you automatically assume the water is being pumped throughout the whole house. Even if it won't be every day, you expect that when there's water, you can open all your taps. Yeah. You can open everything and there'll be water in the toilet. That's what I didn't expect, because when we arrived here, I saw I see the pump, and naturally where we come from, I know when you have a pump, it's pumping water throughout the whole house. But that was not the case. So that's one thing I disliked. And then the other thing was the fact that they just like these tiny things, like you would expect the door handle, you would expect the lighting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those things.
And then there are things you see. So like obviously these things, obviously all houses when you go into them, they're usually not perfect. Not unless it's a new house that has just been constructed.
Yeah.
It won't be perfect. But these are things we saw when we came to get the house, before we even paid for the house. And we told the man who was here, we don't want to, we want these things changed by the time we are moving in. And we told him the time we are moving in. But by the time we are moving in, the things were not changed and nothing was done about it. So they were sending different people to come and work on that. So that's the thing I just dislike.
I still remember how like the very first week, and that was like the week we were supposed to prepare for school rather, because school was approaching, right? So but then we spent that entire week taking care of the house, cleaning everything. Every other thing Myra spoke about, the water system. We literally go out all the time to carry water when we need water, to use in the kitchen, to use everywhere. Like you mentioned, little things. We also had like the different apparels, like the fridge.
Oh,
That
oh
is-
my god. Oh my.
One more thing, I think you, from my previous video, you know this, the gas cooker wasn't working. A lot of things wasn't just in place by the time we were coming in. What do you think you should have asked? Yeah.
Okay, so there's this thing whereby you assume, I don't want to say common sense, but you assume someone would technically know they're supposed to do that. It's supposed to be there, it's supposed to be done. So if you need renovations done to a house, if you're getting a new house, I think I should have asked the whole fact of, will it be done by the time I'm coming into the house? And I should have also added an extra clause, because you have to sign a contract. I should have added that aspect of, if it won't be done, what exactly should we do? Like, what happens? Do you guys refund us a specific amount of money?
Yeah, that.
You know, because if you don't ask such questions, you assume that it's common sense. Someone would
And they
know
would
that
do it.
when you're coming into the house, they should have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the other thing is water. Oh my god, don't see a pumping system and assume water is flowing throughout the house. They show you the water is running, yes, but ask the question of, does it run throughout the whole house? In the toilets, in the kitchen, every single day? Does it flow from morning, like 24/7? Ask such nitty-gritty questions. Ask such questions. Does it flow throughout the whole house? Does it flow 24/7? If it doesn't flow 24/7, exactly what days does it not flow, and why does it not do that? Like, ask such tiny questions. We have certain things in this house up to date have not been.
It's the light in the kitchen, for instance. I think we just gave up on that because we tried.
Yeah, they bring this person today, he works on it. It will work when the person is there. but when he walks out,
it doesn't work anymore.
it's a whole other story.
And so now I just want us to talk about like budgeting. What do you have to say budgeting in terms of like the cost of the living in this house, and do you really think like the money we pay for the house is like worth it?
So to be honest, the amount of money we pay for this house and the current house situation, the current position this house in. Initially, when we knew they were gonna make the changes, I found it quite fair.
Yeah.
But with what they have not done, I don't find the money to be fair. So where I will also come back down to the budgeting is, before you actually even go to an agent, you want to look for a house. Ask around, ask people, ask your friends, ask people, what are you paying for your rent? And I know it's quite an intrusive question.
Yeah.
But if there are people who are close to you, people who like you study with and you're like more than just acquaintances, just ask them. And some people won't even feel offended if you ask them the price of the house they're paying for. So ask them that. Ask them, is the money you're paying inclusive of water, electricity, and the Wi-Fi? Because those are very large, like they take a lump sum of your budget. So when you know you have gone to their place, you know how their house looks like, what they pay
you
for.
can do like some comparison.
Yeah. So when someone is telling you a certain amount and you're like, no, like you already have like it also helps you set your own budget, and also make sure like people are not taking advantage of you. Because you know, when you're in a foreign country and the prices, the weight of the money is not the same when compared to back home. Because this is a whole different environment.
Yeah.
Maybe food might be cheap and the housing is expensive, and maybe back home it's the opposite way.
Yeah.
So make sure that asking of friends is just to help you know with the range of amount of money you can actually pay for a house.
That was the last question, and that was a little bit fast. I don't know. I feel like that was a little bit
It was
fast.
quite fast.
I hope we exhausted everything, but I think we touched on the
Probably.
very important things. Oh, guys, there's also this thing about electricity. We also had issues with electricity, especially in the first month, because well, I don't know, but the landlord was like, oh, he's trying to like test to see like how much we're going to consume and all
We
of
were
that.
guinea
and
pigs
what-
for
Test experiment. And so like from time to time we had blackouts, and he would be like, oh yeah, you guys be using a lot of electricity, you guys need to manage electricity. I'm like, dude, like what do we use in this house? The fridge, I think the fridge is the thing. We never use the TV. We've never turned on the TV. Like I think we've turned on the TV only once. And what
to
we
make sure it's working.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. And so like guys, that electricity was really a huge one, because it was a constant back and forth with the landlord about, oh my god, we don't have electricity, please can you pay, and all of that. And you pay like I don't know how much, but the next minute it's gone again and all of that. So that was another issue, and it stressed us a lot, especially in the first month. But anyways, along the line that was sorted out kinda, but then we had the issue of, hey guys, manage electricity, which did not make sense to us, because what is it that we're using in the house that consume
the
that
fridge.
much electricity? The fridge and the bulbs are then charging our stuff using the Wi-Fi thingy, and that's all.
Oh, and the landlord. Oh, please. Get a landlord who doesn't live in the country that he has a house in.
That's like as subjective.
Yeah,
actually.
it's
I
very
think that's
subjective.
because I've also had people who were like, no, their landlord is really good. Like, okay, like Arrow, in their house, their landlord lives right inside of their compound, but their landlord is a sweetheart. Like,
You find a very kind landlord, so that even if you are almost clashing, you know, you are able to take a step back, and he's able to respect you as a student who is also living on a budget, and you're also able to respect him as an elder and communicate very well. Not someone who steps on you, and you know,
yeah.
there are those landlords who like give you like their own rules and regulations, but they don't congest you, like they're watching your every move. Nah. Find a landlord who is, you know, easy,
Friendly, easy going,
Yeah, so when you're
and
looking for the house at that time, that's when you actually gauge how the landlord is.
I would say our landlord, he's a good person, if we're being honest. He's really, but the issue is, I think the main issue was like we had people in between, and so because we had people in between, it was, I don't know if it was like communication was often distorted and things like that. But then I would say our landlord is someone who is understanding. Like when you explain the situation, like he understands. But then when it comes to the people, the intermediaries, like that was the headache. Guys, thank you so much, and I want to thank you so much, Mara.
Thank you for having me. I feel like I was even having a therapy session to express my feelings.
Oh, wow.
About the house.
Well, thank you. I feel honored. Guys, so I think I've gained the title of how do you call a therapist? Yes. So guys, I am officially a therapist endorsed by Myra. So if you want to talk about something, you're going through something, just I'm just a phone call away. Thank you so much for watching this video. We've come to the end, and I'm so glad that Myra decided to do this video with me, because she's really busy and she's traveling tomorrow, right? Yeah, so you can imagine. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I probably said that like 20,000 times, but then thank you so much, and bye.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe. If you've been watching my videos and you literally intentionally do not want to subscribe, you're committing a crime. Offensive.
Very.
Yes. Take it to court. Okay guys, bye bye.